Hello there, Lalitha. Okay, so let's have a look. The horizon, we don't need given. The horizontal bar chart represents the forecasted number of visits to four cities, London, Paris, Madrid, and Istanbul, by three countries in the year 2018. Excellent. By 2018, Mexicans will travel most frequently to Paris, which will be around 65,000 visits per year. However, visits for London, Paris, and Istanbul could be nearly 20,000 visits each annually. Genius. Group that information. That's what I love to see. Fantastic. Good use of punctuation as well. Canada, the popular travel destination to Istanbul. Okay, the popular travel destination is to Istanbul, comma, predicted at about 70,000 visits yearly. Canadian visits to Madrid, Paris, and London would be about 30,000, 45,000, and 50,000 respectively. Bang! Good points. Excellent. Very clear. Good use of the respectively as well. Good use of the grouping. So this is really impressive. A huge number of Americans visit Paris at around 100,000 visits. It is the highest number on the graph. Good. Followed by the number of visits to London at around 80,000. Or followed by the number of visits, no comma here, followed by the number of visits to London at around 80,000. Or yeah, because we've used followed by, we won't use will. Okay, followed by the number of visits to London. Okay, followed by, yeah. Sorry, followed by, okay, so probably the best way would be followed by London with around 80,000 visits. Okay, or with followed by London at around 80,000. Full stop. While the US citizens visit Istanbul triple times that of Mexicans, these Americans visit Madrid almost the same number of Mexicans. Okay, so while the US citizens visit Istanbul triple times, or triple the amount that of Mexicans at around 20,000 or whatever number it is, comma, regarding Madrid, it's an equal number to Mexican visits. Okay, so well done there for using while. But if we're using it with this structure, it's better to do a comparison. It's better just to state the figure as well. Okay, because I still don't really have that much information, even though you said it's triple. I don't really know what triple is unless I've got one of the figures of. So, for example, that Mexicans. So while the US citizens visit Istanbul, triple that of Mexicans, comma, 60,000 in total. These Americans. Yeah, so this whole phrase needs to be rephrased. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that here, triple times or double, quadruple, we need a figure in there so I can at least see what it is triple of, if you get my drift. Overall, as can be seen from the graph, the highest number of visits will be made by Americans, whereas, one word, the lowest number of visits by Mexicans. Good, very good. Another alternative would be, overall, each country has a favorite city: America, Paris; Mexico, Istanbul; Mexico, Madrid; and Canada, Istanbul. Comma. Mexicans send the lowest amount of tourists, and Americans the most. Something like that. Okay. Very good task one though. Very impressed. Let's have a look at the next one. The issue of technology adaptation is a complex statement that needs to be analysed carefully. In the digital era, I strongly believe that people put an S and then put the comma on. People's lives cannot progress without adapting to technology. However, the negative impact on human memory should be considered. Good. This essay will discuss both issues using examples from the US and the Institute of Indian National Mathematical Academy to demonstrate points. Very good. Firstly, what's the word count on this? Get the feeling it's over. So for the next essay you send me, I want you to ruthlessly check the word count and then, check the word count and then ruthlessly edit it down to 260 maximum, okay? Firstly, the hallmark of the human species is a great adaptability, which is why a caveman transformed into an illustrious person. Very good. This may be due to the fact that change is an inevitable factor. If he is unable to adapt to his surroundings, it is difficult to move life smoothly on Earth. Okay, so we need to be a little bit more concise, okay? So let's just see. So let's see. This may be due to the fact that change is an inevitable factor, and flexibility and adaptation are vital skills. Full stop. Okay, and I'm basically saying what you've said here, but in a much more concise and direct manner. Okay. For instance, in America, around 90% of working people may face challenges in their lives if they do not have gadgets. Therefore, in the tech-bound world, everybody has to adapt to technologies to keep pace with the world, as there is a common saying that when in Rome, do as Rome does. No. I wouldn't have said that, because that's not really the argument. It's not the most appropriate use of that expression. Okay. Yeah, and I wouldn't have said tech-bound world either. Okay, so let's go for simplicity. All right, so let's see. For instance, in America, around 90% of working people may face challenges in their lives if they do not have gadgets. Therefore, it's not really a solid example, that, is it? Okay, so actually, let's just go with that example, and maybe we've said, for instance, a recent study by Harvard showed that in America, around 90% of working people may face challenges in their lives if they do not have the gadgets. Therefore, adapting to technology and investing in the necessary devices is a definite path to success. Okay, because then it all kind of fits in with what you're saying about your example about flexibility, about adapting to change and stuff like that. Okay, whereas the expression when in Rome, do as Romans do, you had to really bend the essay round to fit in with the expression, which is not the right way to use expressions. Okay, so let's go. Secondly, the fact is that technological advances such as IT and the internet have brought exponential positive benefits. Nevertheless, it reduced the human potential. Okay, it reduced thinking abilities, full stop. This is because a complete dependency on the machines creates mental retardedness, often creates mental slowness. For example, recent studies in India by the mathematics of the National Academy of Mathematics, perhaps, showed that people find difficult to remember phone numbers of their family. Consequence, individuals cannot do simple calculations without a gizmo. Gizmo is informal, and the mental ability has not. Okay, so this needs to be rephrased a lot. So let's see. It's a good argument, and I can grasp what you're saying, but I wouldn't have said phone numbers. I would have said, for example, recent studies in India by the National Academy of Mathematics showed that people find basic arithmetic difficult. As a consequence, individuals cannot do simple calculations nowadays, and this is most likely due to the abundance of calculators and mobile phones. Okay. In conclusion, technology is created to fulfill human needs. People have to adapt it to keep life easy. In the future, machines may rule the men. To avoid this, man's intelligence has to be higher than the artificial intelligence. Okay, so we need to just go for simplicity. Okay, just go for a basic argument that you can really communicate clearly. Okay, and go for sentences that you go for the sentences that are like more basic sentences so you can communicate more effectively, okay? And try to avoid this unless you're 100% certain that the expression is adequate, okay? We have to, if we see the opportunity for the expression, put it in, okay? But what's most important is a clearly presented argument, okay? So if you can implement all those corrections, update your error list, and then send me back your corrected essays, your updated error improvement list, and then write me 2 new essays. And check the essays for the word count and for the, for the word count and previous errors. And remember to reduce the word count if it's over. Okay? All right, Lalitha, let's keep on improving. All the best.